Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. Did you know that most of us unconsciously treat now like a waiting room? Kind of like this moment is just somewhere we sit and wait until the real deal comes along. We distract ourselves, we keep ourselves busy, and we keep postponing our joy. When this happens, I'll be happy. When I get there, this will be different. When I finally figure it out, I'll know what to do. When things calm down, I'll be able to get more done. When people leave me alone, I'll be able to live. When, I'll be happy. Right? But here's the quiet cost of that way of thinking. One day you'll wake up and you'll realize you didn't actually live your life at all. You managed it, merely existed, maybe survived it. So welcome to anyone new here. My name is Anne-Marie. I'm a transformation coach, a clinical hypnotherapist, and a spiritual guide. I love helping people reclaim their power and to find healing and meaning and purpose in their lives. Especially I love to help women reclaim their power and their light after toxic or narcissistic relationships. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my details are below in the description box. So why do we do this? Why do we keep postponing joy, being present, being alive? I think it's because as a species, we're strangely arrogant. We live like life is a rehearsal, like it's just a warm-up for something greater, like we'll get infinite second chances. And yes, absolutely, we get thousands of opportunities every single day to correct our course, like a boat on the water needing to constantly adjust the sails to the winds for a smoother ride. But don't confuse that with infinity. Don't confuse that with infinite second chances, because eventually the well runs dry. And the tragedy is numbing ourselves so thoroughly that we never really arrive when we're here. We carry the same wounds, just different faces, different places. And if you look around, you can feel it in the air, you can see it in people's physiology. People are feeling unanchored, distracted, restless, addicted, easily frustrated, easily offended. And as I said, addicted, not always to substances, but to what's next. Next achievement, next relationship, next car, next house, next job, next version of ourselves, next distraction. We don't want to be here. We want to be there. And then when we're there, we want to be there. And when we're there, we want to be here. And if we're here, we want to be back over here. We're never satisfied as a human species. But we treat life like it's and we treat life like it's a rehearsal. So how do we stay here? Change our perspective. So let me offer you an image to start, okay? So I want you to close your eyes for a few moments. Take a nice breath deep into your belly and exhale, letting go of everything and everyone for just a little while. And I want you to imagine your life as a book, a magnificently, perfectly crafted book. You run your fingers over that book that's sitting in your lap. You can feel the embossing of the words. But here's the twist. Every time you turn the page dissolves, gone forever, poof, into a puff of smoke. If that were true, how carefully would you read it? How much attention would you give to every sentence, every word, every moment. Now I want you to open your eyes and just focus on a point in front of you and gently rest your gaze there. And I want you to savor this moment on your page of your book of life. You wouldn't skim it, would you? You wouldn't rush to the end. You'd be here, present. So be here now, because that's what living actually is. Living means stopping. Stopping long enough to breathe, to exhale, to feel, to remember the texture of this moment. See, notice the colours all around you, the shapes, the smells, the sounds, the gentle sounds you normally tune out, the rise and fall of your breath. Because as each second passes, your breath, this body, this moment, is already saying goodbye. And that's not being morbid, that's the truth. We all live in this syndrome called FOMO, fear of missing out. Yet we're so stuck in our ways, our way of thinking, our ways of doing, our habitual living, that we're actually missing out every single day. So busy being distracted, waiting for that next thing, that right thing that's going to turn everything around for me. And meanwhile, we're missing all these amazing moments that we are so afraid of missing, that we actually end up missing it. Presence isn't passive. It's an act of courage, because it means I have to listen. And that means I have to show up for myself, even if that self-care makes others uncomfortable. Now here's where it gets really uncomfortable. We don't just numb ourselves, we numb each other. We do it under the disguise of love. Have you ever noticed how quickly we can rush in to give advice? How uncomfortable we are with someone else's pain. We jump in, fix, correct, rescue. And we're just trying to help, right? But sometimes that isn't wisdom. Because when you force advice on someone who's not ready, you're not acting out of love, you're actually acting out of arrogance. Because what you're really saying is, I can't be with you as you are. I need you fixed before I can stay present. That's not support, right? That's subtle rejection. Here's the harder truth. We cannot save people from their own fall without stealing their lesson. We cannot carry someone through their own darkness without robbing them from their transformation. The only thing that actually helps is loving detachment. And people have an issue with that term. Loving detachment means I hear you, I see you, I care for you, but I will not abandon myself to rescue you. Imagine a parent watching a child learn to walk. You don't walk for them, you don't prevent every stumble, but you stay close, right? You stay available, but you let them find their own balance. And yes, it's painful to watch someone you love do it the hard way, especially when they hurt you in the process. That's when loving detachment becomes even more necessary, because stepping back, witnessing from a distance, that's staying in your power and throwing them a rope. Letting them know you're there without becoming their punching bag. Their emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, financial punching bag. Many people call that abandonment because we live in a world that's addicted to virtue signaling, where love is measured by how much you sacrifice yourself, where boundaries are seen as betrayal, where rescuing is confused with caring. So don't get sucked into that lie. Because while someone leans on your strength, they will never find their own. And that is the real disservice. Sometimes people say, I just want them to be happy. But remember this, happy is an emotion. It's fleeting. It's temporary. By trying to keep someone comfortable, you might be preventing them from doing the deeper work, the shadow work, the uncomfortable, painful work, the necessary work. The kind of transformation that only happens in what's known as the dark night of the soul. No one escapes that passage. That's why it's called the rites of passage. Right, we have to earn that right, and we have to walk it. We'll either walk it or we will get dragged through it. Either way, we have to go through it, awake or unconscious. So maybe the real addiction isn't substances or screens or productivity. Maybe it's our addiction to avoiding the present moment, avoiding the discomfort, the stillness, avoiding truth. But life isn't waiting around for you to be ready. Be sure about that. Life is happening quietly, relentlessly, and beautifully right now. So stop numbing, stop waiting. Stop treating this moment like it's a hallway to somewhere better. This page is dissolving, so read it really carefully. And before you go, don't rush to the next video. Just sit here for a few breaths. Take it in. Notice where you are. Notice that you're alive. Be grateful for this moment, for what you have in this moment, for your safety in this moment. And if this landed somewhere in you, you don't need to explain it. Just let it change you. Just let it change the way you move through the next moment. If you feel called to, you're welcome to stay here and stay connected. Not to consume, but to remember. So I hope you got a little bit of benefit to help you move forward, even if it's just one baby step today. And know, as always, there's so much love from my heart coming to you.